I will return to Iran.
Who is Reza Pahlavi, Iran's exiled crown prince? Pahlavi has encouraged protests in Iran, which has seen the biggest anti-government demonstrations in years. But why has he lived outside Iran for nearly 50 years? And what are his chances of leading the country in the future? Pahlavi was born in 1960 and grew up as the crown prince of his father, the Shah, Mohammad Reza Pahlavi. The monarchy's lavish style, in contrast to failing economic reforms, created a wealth divide between the rich and poor. The Shah's rule was condemned for being increasingly authoritarian with evidence of corruption. He was forced out in 1979 as the Islamic Revolution took hold, led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. At that time, Pahlavi had already left Iran, headed to the United States to train as a fighter pilot and study political science in California. And after the death of his father, an exiled royal court announced that Mr. Pahlavi had assumed the role of the Shah on the 31st of October 1980, the day of his 20th birthday. He has a wife and 3 children, and during his near 50-year exile has mainly lived in Los Angeles and Washington, D.C., advocating for a referendum and non-violent change in Iran. But how much support does he have? It's difficult to know. He has garnered support in the diaspora, including Iranians in the US. And although some protesters inside Iran have voiced support for him, it's incredibly difficult to gauge how concrete and widespread that support is. Many analysts previously dismissed support for him inside Iran, but something seems to have shifted, with videos showing protesters calling for the return of the monarchy. And there are Iranians who still recall the deep unpopularity of the Shah before he was overthrown in 1979 and may not be ready to embrace his son in power, with others simply calling for sweeping political change. And in terms of winning the US president's support, at the height of the protests, Donald Trump expressed his scepticism that Pahlavi could even lead Iran, saying, "He seems very nice, but I don't know how he'd play within his own country."